Wednesday. As always, I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, and this is Radio for the Cosmos, 222.9, the Mothership. And it is your Mercury and Uranus ruled Oya venerated Wednesday, or Joriru day of confusion, and the Yoruba days of the week, or perhaps just the day that Oya blows you outside and puts you in the wind. Speaking of day of confusion, we got tricks and transformations energy all in the air today with 3 on the daily numerology. Now, those of us that live the E5 life, we know 3 is sacred to SU, and SU doesn't just test and trick people for the hell of it. He always has a lesson to teach. And maybe every time you are tested or tricked by SU, there is a transformation that needs to happen. Maybe that's why mathematically 3 squared is 9. 9 is sacred to Oya. Love how SU and Oya work together. It is the 6th Wednesday of autumn equinox, 2nd of Scorpio season, and the moon tonight is waxing in the 11th house of Aquarius. So while the moon is increasing that energy of divine rebellion as she's throwing the tricks in the wind, and Oya is putting that transformative essence out there, make sure you are taking advantage. Might just work out in your favor. If you've been listening to the Mothership all day today, then you started out at 12 o'clock a.m. with some third eye sleep meditation, followed by your 6 a.m. cosmic weather forecast. Then after that, we had the rising Bembe to Oya before getting to the exotic Mothers of Song. So here's what you get each and every Wednesday that you tune into rotation 3 of the Mothership's 7 orbits. Wednesdays, Mercury, Uranus, purples, Iba Oya, Iba Nanaburu, maroons, exotic voices of the mothers. Welcome to Wednesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. And we are back. So before I go any further, make sure you all mark your calendars for part 1 and part 2 of 222.9, the Mothership's Graveyard Boogie and Day of the Dead Jam Session. And yes, I do celebrate Halloween and the Day of the Dead because they are ancestral holidays, days that celebrate the ones that gone on before us. And as far as all the all the haints and spooks and all of that for Halloween, oh please. That's a time to honor our ancestors that we know not by name, because who labeled them haints and spooks? Maybe the same people whose ancestors committed mass genocides. I could imagine that if I were responsible for thousands of deaths, I would imagine that those spiritual visitors would scare the hell out of me too. So, since we're not in that boat, we can celebrate the ancestors we know not by name. Dress up in Halloween costumes, tricks, and treats. So, those of you that aren't afraid to let a few electric guitars screech, join me at midnight for the 21 guitar salute, graveyard boogie. We'll just see how far it goes. And the Day of the Dead celebration on Saturday, where we will play music from our musical ancestors that we all know and love. Ashe. Also, immediately following this broadcast, make sure that you are tuned in to the Mothership's 24/7 groove for the preliminary episode of In the Whirlwind with Mama Tweed. Tweed Smith is the only female member to sing in the world-renowned group War, and we will be getting some new episodes very soon on her sharing her life, her love, her music, and her legacy. You don't want to miss that. Also, Wednesday is Troy Day on the Mothership. So if you are not already, make sure you are following the Trey Nation. Hit my pin site, scroll down to the red icons, and you will see it right there. So this is all that's going on this action-packed Wednesday, and I will be right back with your open book tarot read for my eclectic collective. This is 222.9 The Mothership, and here's what's going on today in New York. Don't make me land a tornado where I could have been a cool breeze. Aya. The Uranus collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutiq. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. And we are back. So I love this deck because a Mayan oracle is more introspective. This is a card deck that you want to use to explore more inner things than external things. So this one is for my star seeds, eclectives, time travelers, earth angels, divine cleanup crew, light workers, root workers. You get my drift. I know many of you have your own divination tools, but good seers need another pair of eyes just like doctors need good doctors. So here I am. So today, the thought, the meditation, the question is how do we make the tricks and transformations continue to work in our favor? Ready? Iba Ariwa. Kusu. Nalu. Waru. She. All right. Just gonna shuffle a little bit, split the deck, and see what we got. All right. Didn't you show up last night? Hologram showed up last night on the forecast and still talking. And we got the Etnab star glyph. So this is a within thing because the Etnab card is a house of mirrors. That's why it's silver and made out of mirrors. So what I'm getting here is sometimes the things that we get irritated about that externally trick us are actually there to convict us of the manners in which we trick ourselves. Ooh. Because sometimes we try to trick ourselves out of who we really are. Sometimes we try to bet small. We try to fit in. We try to be normal. We try to deny our spiritual gifts. And that's what creates cracks in all these mirrors. And holograms are kind of like, illusions. But as we go deeper into embracing the universal whole, which is what the hologram is all about, we understand that the people that we attract and the lessons that they teach are all parts of ourselves in fragments that we got to deal with one little bit at a time. And once we learn to see ourselves that way and see the things we encounter that way, we're a lot less likely to take attacks from lower vibrational creatures personally. Underneath that, we got transparency lens and the harmonic resonance. Now, the harmonic resonance is about living in harmony with all that is. And it's like the thought, what's coming to me is cease to waste energy on those that trespass against you. It's kind of like getting mad at a dog for lifting its leg at a hydrant. Why would you do that? Because guess what? A dog gonna be a dog no matter how pissed off you get at it. But what is it there to teach you? Hmm. How is that dog pointing out the dog that may be living in you? Hmm. That's where that Etsnob card comes in. But when you create a harmony with all that is, you unlock a key to a deeper self transparency. And when you're able to be 200% transparent with yourself, you become the trickster of those who try to trick you. And that's where real transformation takes place on both ends. There's my general message. Should you need a personal read or to talk to someone who's just as big of a Martian as you are, give me a call on the Mothership's Mentorship and Guidance Hotline at 314 200 0368. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Cosmos, 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. Flavorful, elite, divine guidance and wisdom, broken down to the practical to bring Oya's change into your life for the better. Call 314-200-0368. That's 314-200-0368 for spiritual mentorship and guidance readings by iiiYansaje Muse. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. And we're back. Today's channel song is from Angie Stone, and I'm getting pissed off. Or maybe sometimes we need to blow off some steam. Better to be pissed off than be pissed on and pretend you're happy about it. I'll leave it at that. See you babies tonight on the forecast. This is 222.9 The Mothership, radio for the cosmos. Beam up. So, you know what makes orbits so fascinating? They move very, very fast, yet appear to be moving very slow. Actually, orbits do both simultaneously. 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio is a 24/7 orbit rotation of old school grooves, planetary funk, and mystic teaching. Here's what's going on today in the Mothership's orbit.